Alright guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you can wait until the end of the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want notifications for when I upload, just go ahead and hit the little bell. But let's go ahead and get into it. I have done a little bit of work to the farm since the last episode. I did get the barn built. I've got these little silos and a windmill. The windmill pumps water into this barrel, which automatically puts water in the barn. And then this one here is for feed, and you can come here whenever it gets low, and you can buy feed straight out. I did buy a cow, and I've got a pig, so I've got that going. Now, for granted, I did go ahead and start doing trying to think of the word. I already had one pig before, and I went ahead and harvested it. And I think the pig you buy for like $300. Then once you harvest it and you sell it, you get 21 pieces of meat, which I think equaled up to $730. I believe that's what it was. And also too, the roosters, they go buying them from the general store. You can, after you buy it for $250, you can breed your hens with them. And then if you have a rooster out of it, then obviously you have no money into it. So when you go back to the if you harvest the rooster, then they're $140 for each rooster. So I ended up getting rid of both of them because I was running into the problem because I'll show you what I got set up going. So this one right here I've been using for like a little breeding box. Got my hen in there and the chicken there. I did have a rooster in there, but I ended up harvesting him. But I was taking the baby chicks and putting them over here in this coop with the other hens I have. And once the baby chicks got bigger, I had a rooster in there. And I guess as soon as they become roosters, they start the whole breeding cycle. So the problem I was running into is like I would come over here and collect eggs, and if you pick up your basket, then you might have like a health bar. Like, let's see if I can see how you got like the little health meters above them. So if you go to your basket and you got a health bar on it, then you probably got a fertile egg, which is going to become a baby chick. I've done that probably about 4 times now, so I end up getting rid of the roosters for now. That way I can try and get everything settled back down. That way I can try and restart the cycle and go from there. So more or less what I'm figuring out with the chickens is if you got eggs in this coop here, that's your breeding coop, then most likely those eggs are probably going to be fertile and they probably just didn't hatch off whenever the other one did. Because like them 2 eggs there, I'm not 100% sure if they're fertile or not. I'm just kind of waiting, giving it a couple days. Because I'm thinking it took about 3 days, 3 in-game days, for the eggs to hatch off. And the pig, on the other hand, which you can tell he's got some size to him now. He's probably about 2 days old. I mean, they get massive whenever they're ready to harvest. But for $300, and you get almost $700 out of it, so it's not that bad of a deal. So, but anyway, I think for the rest of today's episode, we're going to go down to the general store and buy a couple buckets because I need to get some more buckets going. Because something else I found out too is these little coolers here, they do have a limited water supply in them, so once you use all the water in it, it won't fill up the buckets anymore. So I've gotten the well going, And pretty much how you use it is you put a bucket on it, and then let's see, any of these guys need water. Probably put some water in here. And just like that. You gotta watch too, cause yeah, they're glitch out sometimes. Gotta be kind of quick. So anyway, so you know, come over here, fill the water up. Then you can take it back and attach it. Then you hear the little splash that's down in the water. But yeah, then you come back over here. You know, start spinning it. You gotta use the mouse. It helps too if you get over on the other side. Like if you stand more like this, it works a little bit better whenever you rotate the mouse. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I've come to figure out so far. But the chickens, I believe, is going to be pretty simple. Because like I said, if you hatch off roosters, they're going for like $140 after you harvest them. The hens, I think they're going for like $24, I think. So it's not too bad. Because I think I bought 3 hens and 1 rooster. So, yep. And there you go. You already got a rooster in here, so try and get him out. May just let him run. I don't know yet. Because I do not want him breeding back in there. So we'll just pick him up, throw him back over here in this breeding box. You gotta watch too, because sometimes if you got baby chicks, the mama hen does not like people going in there around them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you in here. Get that closed. I'm just gonna see if I got anything else going on in here. Do have a little bit of poop to clean up. But yeah, I mean, I've got a little bit going on in here. And with this coop, you kind of got to work your way around a little bit. Just try to make sure you can see all the corners in here. But yeah, and something else I found out too is with the chickens, they can also attack. Well, not really. I don't want to say attack, because like they don't do any damage really. So I got 2 eggs in there, 2 in there. But anyway, if one of the hens happen to be, how would you say this? I guess like fertile, I guess. Anyway, if they're going to be having babies, then they get a little bit on the aggressive side. And once they had babies, then they'll be aggressive for probably about 2 in-game days until you can finally go around them. So if you need to do anything inside the coop, then what I suggest doing is getting your side by side over here. So whenever you open it up, you can just grab the hen and set her in there. And then when you get done, just set it back down in there. Yeah, I mean, it can be a pain though to get them all back in there. So it's easier to do at night when they're sleeping though. I done messed up. Alright, nice. Alright, so anyway, so that's pretty much the rundown that I've found out from the chickens. You just wanna watch to make sure you don't get any fertile eggs. So like after I pick these up, I let them sit for about a day before I sell them, just to make sure none of them happen to have baby chicks in them. Which, I mean, you'll know whenever you come over here. Why don't you get back in there? But you'll pretty much know whenever you go to pick up your basket or something, you'll have like the little health bars above it. You won't see any chickens or baby chicks, but you'll see like the health bar. But once you pick the basket up and you set it back down, then you'll have a little baby chick running around. So you just gotta kind of keep an eye out for that, make sure you don't, try and sell a baby chick or not. Which I don't know if you can or not, but they're nice to have because one, you don't have to pay for them, and two, when you harvest them later, it's kind of like free money. You don't have to buy them, so. But yeah, here in a few minutes, I'm going to head up there to the general store. Probably grab 2 more buckets and a milk jug. And then we'll come back and try to figure out how to start with the cow on milking it and go from there and see what happens. But yeah, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do all this without y'all, which, I mean, I know a couple of y'all probably wanted to see, me building all this. But the only reason I decided not to let y'all come along is because there was a little bit, well, I'm taking it back. There was actually a lot of bit of hunting that happened, because at first it's kind of hard to find money, so you got to go out and hunt a little bit, and more or less for every deer that you shoot, you get 3 pieces of meat. Which I can't remember the exact number on what that was, but I want to say it was like a little over $100. So yeah, I mean, I probably took about maybe 3 hours to get to this point since the last episode. Because I mean, the barn, I think it was 900. Then you got to put the doors on. You got 2 of these side doors right here beside me. Those are $75 a piece. The one on the front, the big sliding door, I think it was $125. So I mean, it takes a little bit of money, but once you get to this point, you're pretty much good. But I'm headed back down to the general store, grab the bucket and the milk jug, and I'll be back with y'all in a second. Well, made it up to the general store. Now see, I was wanting to go over a couple things too. So anyway, we'll get in here, and it shows like the Scotland cow's not available, Cape Buffalo's not available, Longhorn goat, horse, sheep, and you get apples. So it really makes me wonder, how much farther are they going to take this game, and like, what all do they plan on adding into it later? Cause like, kind of like, we need a steel bucket or a wood bucket. I'm going to steel one. But like, I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, ooh, milk can's kind of expensive. Cause like, looking at all this stuff, I'm like, they've, for it not being available, like, what do you have to do to get it available? Cause like, there's like no notes or nothing anywhere that I can find saying how to unlock it. So I'm just kind of wondering, like, is it going to be like later on added on, like, just added on, you can do it, or is it going to be like a DLC? I really hope I can use this steel bucket for work, like cow. But like, and there's a lot of land around the ranch anyway, and like, I get to looking at it and I'm like, man, you can add like a hog pen and a riding ring for a horse, all kinds of things you can do around the land. But you've only got like selected areas where you can build things, so just kind of wondering, what's, you know, how much farther can the game go, and like what all they gonna add in later? Because like technically speaking, where I'm sitting at now, if you look on the map, we own all of this on the ranch. So it would make me think that this right here would be a nice pasture for like horses and the cattle and the Cape Buffalo. So I'm really not sure what all they've got planned for it. I really want to find out. I really want to keep playing it and keep adding more. But as of right now, I can only add like one more chicken coop and then add a little extension on the back of the barn there. But I'm gonna find out how to do this real quick. I'm just gonna set this guy here and let's turn that guy around like that. So I mean, if anybody else knows, I mean, because I'm following them on like Facebook and stuff, but I'm not really sure how else to find out, what all they're going to be doing later on. Okay, so install and hold it. That's cool. I wonder if this looks like the first person. I can't go first person. Okay, well I guess she's done. And pick up. So that's really cool. But see, now I'm kind of curious too on how much. Okay, so apparently we're gonna need a lot. Can I close the lid? So now I'm kind of curious on how much does cow's milk go for? Because I know the pig is going to give me a pretty penny, but because I've already did it once. So like I said, I think it's about $700. And see, I haven't tried the cow yet, but I want to try and use the cow as much as I can for like milk and whatnot. And then see, I'm kind of really wanting to, since you got like the other cows in there, which I'm thinking maybe bulls. So I'm just wondering if maybe you can later on breed the cows, which would be really cool. Because I mean, you look at the size of the pig and you look at the size of the cow, and I'm like, if the pig gives you 21 pieces of meat, I can imagine the cow would probably give you about 30 or so. Which I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. But because I haven't tried harvesting the cow yet. But I'm just saying, if you could breed, if they could add it to where you could breed pigs, then you're looking at a lot less money invested and a lot more money in outcome. Same thing with the cows. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, I guess. But I'm not really sure. I mean, I may wait until he gets a little bit bigger, which I mean, I may go out and do a little bit of hunting. Just cause I'm wanting to upgrade to a truck instead of the side by side. That way I can try and get some more meat in the back of it. Because I'm only able to get, depending on the size of the meat, I'm only able to get about 3 wide and about 3 deep, so probably about 9 pieces altogether. I've squeezed 12 in there, but you pretty much have to like jump up in the back of this thing and drop it down. So whenever you're going down the road, if you ain't careful, it just falls out. So I may do a little bit of hunting and stuff. Well, actually, I may just wait, because I've only got $30. So I may wait a little bit and then try and get this can filled. Maybe take the pig. I don't know yet. So man, I do have this rooster over here and all these eggs I could take too. Yep, see, you got 1, 2. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you really gotta watch doing that. Oh no. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with the baby chicks, if you're not careful. Alright, so the baby chick that was in here now looks to be a hen. So let's put that back for a second. So I might buy a separate egg basket to put over here to find out if that's what's going on or not. Cause like I don't know if I can collect these eggs or if they have to stay in the coop. Yep. And see, that's what I mean, how they like attack or whatever. Which I'm not really sure if they can kill you or not. But you can pick her up and make her quit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if I can't hold her and try and get some of this cleaned up in here. And wait for him to go back in there. Okay, so they're all back in there. So yeah, I mean, that's something else too. Like if she's mad at you, then you get around the coop, and she'll get you. So you really gotta watch it on that. But yeah, I may try and take some of these eggs, which I'm probably gonna wait now because I threw that one in there and I can't remember which egg it was. But we'll have to wait and see if any of them become baby chicks. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what y'all plan on doing. If y'all plan on, you know, trying to do the same setup I've got with the breed and then the hen house, or you know, if you're just gonna do straight up hens. But like I said, I mean, I started out with 3 hens and I've got a bunch of them in there now. I think close to 10 hens now. And then even at that, some of these baby chicks here may become roosters, which then you can throw back in your breed pen. And then, you know, once you get 2 or 3 roosters and you only want to keep one, then you take your other, you know, 1 or 2 and you harvest them, and right there's, I think, $140 a piece. So $240. So really, I mean, it's actually a pretty good investment. You know, in the long run, you know, it's a pretty good investment. But if you buy a rooster and then just shoot it, then really you're just losing money that way. But if you breed it and breed it a couple times, get a couple roosters out of it, a couple more hens, then you're really not doing too bad. Which, I mean, really, it's just an all-day job just cleaning up after these guys. Alright, well, I'll get back with y'all in a minute whenever I get something figured out on what I'm going to do. Because I had a good game plan going, but I'm really not sure if I want to go that route just quite yet or not. But I'll let you know here in a second. Alright, well, it's been a few minutes. I actually drove up to the car dealership to find out how much a truck is. And it's going to be about $1,400. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't milk the cow again and see if that fills up the bucket. And then I may try to go ahead and, oops, and go ahead and try to sell the milk. I guess she's done. But anyway, if it ain't full, then I'll wait until it does get full. And how much does that give us? It only looks like about half. Alright, well that changes plans a little bit. Cause I was gonna try and sell it, cause I want to try and sell it as a whole before I start selling like partial. Which I mean, it kind of really makes me buy another cow, that way it fills up faster, but that reminds me, I wonder how much I gotta pay for this. $30. But see, when I first started this thing, it was $300 to get it filled up, so I'm like, do I wait to fill this up, or just go ahead and fill it up whenever it gets that low cost? I'll just go ahead and fill it up now. Because it's not really like and see, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just kind of winging this thing. I mean, it's $0 now. I mean, that's pretty much how I've been the whole game. I get a little bit of money, spend it all to try and get everything built up, but whenever I get done, my plan is for this place to pretty much be able to live off of it, to where I don't have to go out and hunt anymore, and I can just, you know, harvest the eggs, harvest the chickens, harvest the pigs, you know, just pretty much so I don't have to leave here to go out and hunt, and pretty much just make this there's a word for it and I'm trying to think of it, which my vocabulary is really not that wide, but self-sufficient, I guess would be the word. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, more or less just, you know, this place makes its own money and I ain't gotta go out. That's pretty much what I'm shooting for. And I'd like for it to be to the point to where it's all gonna be positive money and I'm not spending any money. You know, minus the feed. Because, you know, I gotta fill this thing up, and then for these guys I've gotta go out and buy bags of feed to fill these things up. Which I've got 2 bags left. I may have to pick some more up. And I'm gonna try to do my best, because I can go to sleep here in about 5 seconds. So really what I'm trying to do my best on is keeping it during the daylight, because I know for me it's kind of hard to see at night, so for the viewers at home I know it's probably hard for y'all to watch. So I'll talk to y'all here in a minute whenever it's daylight. Alright, well, just got out of bed. Once you go upstairs and go to bed, because you can go to bed at right at 20, and then you wake up at like 7:52ish. So anyway, more or less about 8 o'clock you're outside. Sorry, I thought I was seeing a rooster in there. So now what we're going to try and do, since now it's morning time, we're going to go back out here and milk our cow again. Hopefully not let the pig out. Daggone, you're getting big. So going to milk her again and hopefully get something. Hopefully get that bucket outside full. Then try and sell and get something out of it. Sorry. Alright, so anyway. That goes up, close up. So is it going to take about 4 buckets then? Or is that full? This looks a little empty to me. So it looks like it's going to take 1 more bucket to get it full. So anyway, we'll go ahead and collect our eggs. Nothing. 1 here. I was saying they they lay like they do in real life too. I mean, cause like you check one, there'd be none. You check another one, you get like 4 or 5. And then this is kind of annoying. You get 2 hands, but you can only pick up 1 at a time. See? Then you get like drawers like this one where you got a bunch. I think there's 4 in that one. Which I mean, eggs really ain't that bad. They sell for like $6 a piece, so you can actually make a pretty good chunk of change off of that. So I need to check these guys. They need food. Get those guys fed. They've got water. So they should be alright for now. And these guys, they still got water and whatnot. Which I mean, I really do like this coop. I just don't like whenever you're trying to look to it from the front how it glows and you can't really see anything. But it looks like they're pretty well good on food and water. So I think I'm going to wait around a little bit longer. That way I can try and get this milk jug taken. Because I want to see how much it's going to go for. Which I'm thinking it should go pretty good because I think it was, what, 120 something? So I'm hoping maybe you get about $100 out of that. Chicken eggs. I just throw it up. I just load them up. Really, I mean it takes a couple days, but I mean the more you have, the more money you can make. So I just normally throw those off to the side. Normally by the time I get down to the general store, I don't forgot those in there. And seeing that right there, it's like how you know that you're gonna have another baby chick coming along. So there's actually 1 baby chick in there, so one of them did hatch off. But I'll leave that baby chick alone because where mama is, she's gonna get mad. But they all look pretty good though. Pretty healthy. But yeah, I just really wish you could build more, you know, for like build like the pigs their own separate area, build the cows their own separate area. Because honestly, to me, I mean this right here kind of looks more for like horses, really. But the only thing I haven't done yet is this back here, because I can still add one back here if I wanted to, which would make it a lot bigger for 125. But well, but as of right now, I'm really not too concerned about it because I've only got the 2 animals in there. So Pig, he's about ready to harvest. Maybe a day or 2 more, and he'll be ready to harvest. Not a very nice little $700 paycheck. But I'm gonna kind of wait around on him, let him get a little bit bigger. Because what I'm wanting to try to do is get to the point where I can buy 2 pigs, which will be about $600, and still have some money left over. That way I can always stay positive on the bank side instead of, you know, being at 0. So that I'm wanting to do, but we'll see. But But I mean, other than that, though, I mean, I really like the game. I really like everything about it. 'Cause, I mean, it's definitely a game that will keep your attention and keep you wanting more, really. But what I'm really hoping is that they do add more stuff, because I know it's a fairly new game, and I don't know if they're gonna be adding more or not. But yeah, I mean, once you get to this point, I mean, you could probably go out and do a little bit of hunting and try and sell some meat just for the extra few bucks. But I'm trying to steer away from that because it's really hard to do. I mean, it's not like super hard, but I mean, it takes a little bit of time. It takes about, I'd say it probably takes anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes just to find an animal. But I will show you this. The most luck I had was from this little dirt road here from the general store. Right here's the train tracks. Back up to the hardware store. But this general area in here is where I've found a lot of good animals to hunt, mainly deer. And I'm thinking it was like close to this little ponds whenever I ran into that bear and that coyote. But believe it or not, you know, I have been doing a lot of hunting, and I have not run across any more predators in the game. So I don't know if that was like a one-time thing, but I don't know. Cause see, you know, that was something else too. Cause they was, you know, with the notes at the beginning of the game, they was talking about, um, you know, he left a revolver for us to protect, and you know, from the wild animals and stuff. So I'm just wondering, it's like once you get so far into the game where you start having predators like come up and start stalking your animals. Because I haven't tried letting the chickens run free yet, just because one, then you gotta go around the whole property trying to find eggs. But I'm just wondering if you let them run free, if that'll actually draw in predators. Which, I mean, honestly, that's kind of what these guys over here is for. Because I'm just wondering if, you know, with these guys being outside, which I may actually start locking them up come nighttime, not a good thing about it. But, you know, where will they actually have to worry about the predators and stuff coming in? But like I said, I've only seen the one bear and the one coyote, and since then I haven't seen anything since then other than deer. But I guess we'll just wait around to find out and hope for the best. I'm really hoping they'll expand the world a little bit in this game, because I really like it. I like all the mechanics in it too. And seeing too, like with the house, I'm just wondering if maybe like later on, because I don't know, like I'm getting a hint that they're going to be adding stuff. Because like I remember when you picked up the house, you could only pick out one, but they had a bunch of options. So I'm just wondering if like maybe in one you can like buy different pieces of property, or maybe you could tear that down and build a house, or maybe tear this one down and rebuild another house. I don't know, but that would be super cool. I don't know. I just got high expectations for the game, and really excited for what could be. You know, that's pretty much it. Just what could be. I really think this could be a really good game. It's got really good potential. But you know, with the stuff, if anybody knows, like, please let me know in the comment section. If anybody knows what the deal is with the like the animals and all the other like locked items at the general store, Let me know what you gotta do to get it unlocked. Or, you know, is that just something that they're gonna be adding on later on in the game? Cause I really don't know. I have not figured that out yet. I really can't find anything on it either, but if y'all know, let me know. But I'll be back with y'all in a minute. I'm gonna give it some time, so that way I can go milk the cow again, try and get the milk in there, and then try and get everything down to the general store and see how much money we can make for today. But I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, I gave it some time. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to milk the cow again and see what happens. So we're getting some milk. Okay. I see, I thought I was just messing up there for a minute, but guess she was done. So if I do that, it still looks like maybe one more. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this up here and try and sell it. Just to see how much money we can get out of it. Go ahead and take these. Because whatever money I'm going to get, I'm going to have to take it because I've got to get me some chicken feed. And I'll take that for the ride. Why not? And I have noticed too, there's a lot of change in the weather too. Like, ooh, nice good flash of lightning. Like the thunder and stuff, I mean, it sounds really good. It sounds real. I do like that. The lightning looks good. I like the cracks of thunder too. Should I get it? I'm gonna try it. Oh man. Nice. So that gives us a little bit more money. So we'll go down here and oops. Go down. Ooh, God, it actually scared me a little bit. Hey, you can make her. Should have one more piece of meat here somewhere. Dude, I'm telling you, man, that actually like gives me a jump scare a little bit. If I can hit the right button. Okay. Just wondered if maybe now I can grab that. Yep. Now we'll try and make it up to the general store and get that little bit of meat sold. Man, like that actually scares me a couple times. But I'm thinking we should make a few $100s off of the, wow. Should make a few $100s off the eggs. Probably 100 and some off the meat. The milk, I'm not sure on, because I just got the cow, so I don't know. So we'll grab this, set it in here. Got my eggs. And peace me. And I couldn't find out too, it's a lot easier if you back up because then you can just run to the banister. So, go to sale. So milk, 28, I guess, $3 a piece. So it's $84 for the milk. Had 35 eggs, that's $6, $210 a piece, or $210 in total. And 3 meat, $35, $105. Sell off $3.99. So that ain't bad at all. So now I'm gonna buy some bags of wheat. I'm gonna try and get 3. So I've got to get this back in the side by side. I've got to make sure everything fits nice and tight too. And get my basket. I'm trying to squeeze all 3 bags of feed in there. I should be able to do that. Can't really see much. So I'm just wondering if maybe something like that. Maybe should be able to get the other bag in there. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and close your door for you. Yeah, and see, here's something else too, is like driving at night, like your headlights, like once the fog comes around, yep, see, there you go. You know, it's kind of blinding. So, something I've kind of figured out a little bit is like if you turn your headlamp on and then drive, you know, it's not as bad as if it's just your headlamp. You know, that's just like your headlamp on your head, and then like right there's your UTV lights. You know, some spots it gets kind of blinding, some it's not too bad. But much rather just drive with the headlamp and keep the lights off. Then you gotta really slow down for this right here, because if not, then you go flying through there. Which I'm pretty sure I did that in the first episode, I think. Can't quite remember. Big old rock there. So yeah, not too bad of a payday. You know, $399 ain't too bad. So get this out and take it back over here. Set up bags, feed up. I'd like to have a decent supplies of food too. Turn the light off. Makes it a little bit easier to see if there's any eggs in here or not. 1, 2, 5. Yeah, it should have a few on the other side too. Got 2 in there, 1 in here. So that's 8. Oh yeah, another tip too is like with the chickens, uh, about they lay about once a day, but I don't completely forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, they lay once a day, but you gotta wait until evening or nighttime, or just check it in the morning. You know, for the best time to come and get your eggs and whatnot. But yeah, I think today it's just more or less going to be, you know, just showing you the little bit of upgrades I've done to the farm, playing around with the cow a little bit, just more or less, you know, just what I've learned from playing the game. I'm hoping that's baby chicks in there asleep. Yeah, it is. You gotta watch too, because I'm thinking if your coop gets overrun, because like whenever you go to build, if you read it, you know, small chicken coop, they recommended, you know, no more than 3 hens. Medium, no more than 8, which a medium is what I've got for a breed box. The big chicken coop is the one right here beside me, no more than 20. And then even with this one, they still only, you know, no more than 20. But yeah, I think that's why I'm gonna wrap it up at today. Just wanted to show y'all around a little bit, trying to teach y'all what I've learned. Um, Pretty much just talk about the game. But yeah, so you know, if you made it this far to the video and you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and if you want to know when I upload, just go ahead and hit the little bell. That way you get instant notifications for when I do upload. And hopefully we'll have a bunch more videos out on it. I plan on making a few more. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.